So we are in a momentous time right now. For many of us here in the Bay Area, we're about to start school up again for those of us who have children in school. And it's very understandable that we will have a lot of feelings come up around the challenge of this, of having this lockdown, having our children at home while they're schooling. And of course, it's inevitable that our children are going to have a lot of big feelings about the challenges of learning from home through a screen instead of face-to-face with their teachers. So there's a tendency in us to want to sugarcoat that for our kids and to deny the challenge and quote-unquote rise above it. And that's not going to be helpful. So what will be helpful? What will be helpful for us and for our children is to find the capacity to touch the truth of this challenge we're all facing together, to calmly name it. Fred Rogers says, anything mentionable is manageable. And also, at the same time that we name the challenge, to acknowledge and name our capacity to face that challenge. This is going to be really hard. And we have the capacity to make it through. This is challenging. And I trust you can do hard things. I don't know how you're going to make it through, but I know you will. So I love mixing in a little bit of awe as we acknowledge the capacity. I don't even know how you're going to do it, or I don't know how you're doing it, but man, I see you doing it. I see you making it through. And our kids can so benefit not only from acknowledging the truth of this challenge, it's validating for them, but also the truth of their capacity to do hard things and our awe about that. So with that in mind, let's begin to journey inward, where we can practice being with what is, acknowledging what's there and the challenges that arise, as well as tuning into a spaciousness that can hold it all. So beginning to journey inward, feel free to close the eyes or cast the eyes downward slightly. And as you journey inward, see if you can practice bringing with you a spirit of care and curiosity as you journey inside. A warm friendliness that you can bring to whatever you greet. And just taking a moment to sit in this warm friendliness, this compassionate curiosity, and simply notice. Not getting involved with what arises inside, like kind of like a mom might to a little toddler or baby, but more like a grandmotherly energy where we're kind of sitting back on the rocking chair on the porch and just watching it from a little bit of a distance, shining our love on all that's around us. So from that place of just warmly watching what arises, we'll allow for some silence and stillness. Just see what emerges for you to be with. Just noticing what's emerging, what's moving into foreground for your awareness. Noticing what's there, just gently brushing it with the awareness. Ah, this is what's here. Noticing what's surfacing internally, just brushing it with gentle recognition. Ah, this is what's here. And this too I include. Practicing with an attitude of no child left behind, no experience left behind. Any experience that arises, this too I include in the sphere of my compassionate awareness. An inclusive presence that we can bring to it all. Noticing what's arising. Practice including it. This too I include. Very gently begin to shift the awareness to the breath. Beginning to gently deepen the breath. Feeling free to bring the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the chest or heart. And to exhale fully, releasing all of the air out through the nostrils. Inhale, slowly expanding belly and rib cage and collarbones rise. And exhale, collarbones lower, chest lowers, belly slowly deflates. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Seeing if you might explore engaging Mula Bandha root lock, perhaps on the in-breath, drawing the pelvic floor up 4 flights. And on the out-breath, releasing the pelvic floor down those 4 flights. Maybe taking twice as long on the out-breath than on the in-breath. There's a lot of possibility there. There's a lot going on. See what feels right to you, and if it gets overwhelming, just drop any of those pieces. And come back to what feels more manageable. Good. One more full round of breath. And after the next long, slow exhalation, you can return the breath back to normal. And feeling free to bring both hands to the heart, either hands on the heart or palms together in front of the heart. And humbly bow the head to the openness of the heart. And just take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests deep, deep within you. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests deep within your children. See that light within them and bow to it, honoring it. And take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within all beings everywhere without exception. And then you can gently lift the head, neck, and chest and interlace the fingers. Bring the palms to the back of the head. Fan the elbows wide apart. Draw the shoulders back and down. Press the hands into the head and the head into the hands isometrically. And then arch back. So actually the tops of the hips can rock forward. The belly button comes forward a little bit. We lift up and out of the low back as we arch up and back. And just take a few deep breaths, opening your heart to any challenges that are coming your way. For many of us mothers, the challenge of remote learning, of supporting our children with online learning. Others of us who have adult children, the challenge of not being able to hug them or be with them right now. Or seeing them have to be separated from their friends. So just taking a nice deep breath in, opening our heart to that challenge. And then exhale, bring the elbows towards each other. Tuck the chin, rock the tops of the hips back, and curl inwardly. And just take a few deep breaths here as you take a moment to bow down to the resources within you, the capacity to make it through these challenges you're about to face. These challenges that you're currently moving through as well. And with the breath, moving between these two positions, rock the hips forward, lift the head, neck, and chest, fan the elbows, press the hands into the head into the hands. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, curling inward. Good. Inhale, lifting up and back, opening our hearts to the challenge. And exhale, curling inward, bowing to our capacity to meet this challenge. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. That's it. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. We can just give our shoulders a little roll. So inhale the shoulders forward and up. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Just clearing out any responsibility we've been shouldering. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Releasing, clearing away any debris there. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Beautiful. And now we're going to come onto the mat, so you can bring your hands onto the earth beneath the shoulders, the knees onto the earth underneath the hips. preparing for some cat-cow to continue to warm up the back and spine. So round the back, tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone under, just feeling into the back body more fully. You can press the hands isometrically down and forward, away from the knees, to feel into the back body. Good. And then lean into the hands, lift the head, neck, and chest. Swing the buttocks up. And this time press the hands isometrically towards the knees. This will help open the abdomen and the chest. And just taking a moment to open our hearts to the challenges that are coming our way. Predicting that there will be some challenges during COVID coming up, and online learning, and accepting them, including those challenges in our heart. It's that inclusivity that breeds our resilience. So take a nice deep breath in, including the challenges, and exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, bowing down to our capacity to move through those challenges. Inhale, opening our hearts wide to the challenges. And exhale, bowing to our internal resources, honoring them. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause, lowering the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth, just resting with the arms extended out in front. And here in child's pose, just feeling ourselves supported by Mother Earth. Mother Nature is such a huge resource for us during these times in particular. So just taking a moment to bring to mind some aspect of nature that holds you, that nourishes you and supports you. And so we can tune into our resources around us as well as our inner resources as we move through these challenges. As Fred Rogers' mother used to tell him, when there's hardship and crisis, look for the angels. They're all around. So looking for the resources around us as we move through these challenges. They're all around us. We can tap into them. So take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow exhalation. And extend the arms forward, shift the weight into the hands, coming up onto all fours, and we'll move forward into upward dog, dropping the hips down, lifting the head, neck, and chest, bending the elbows just a little bit so we're not hyperextending the elbows. It's something I tend to do if I'm not really mindful. So just a little slight bend in the elbows. And then you can lift the knees off the floor, but if that's too intense, just lower the knees back down. Taking a few deep breaths, opening our hearts to the challenges that are coming our way. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, press back into child's pose or curl the toes under and lift the hips up high for downward facing dog. And then moving between these two positions. Inhale, come forward and up, opening our heart to the challenges. And exhale, bowing down to our resilience and our capacity to make it through. Inhale, coming forward and up, opening our hearts to what's hard. And exhale, bowing down to our ability to remain soft when things are hard. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. And after the next full round, you can pause, resting either in child's pose or downward facing dog, and just taking this opportunity to tune in and be present for what's there. turning towards ourselves with care and kindness, and a spirit of inclusivity. This inclusivity that's at the heart of our resilience. This too, this challenge too, I include. Take a nice deep breath in, a long, slow exhalation. Good. And if you're in child's pose, you can bring the arms alongside the legs, slowly lifting the torso up. If you're in downward dog, you can walk the feet forward towards the hands, and we'll all lift the body all the way up to standing. Standing near the front of the mat, and taking a moment to draw the energy from the head down into the body, down into the belly, down into the legs and feet, feeling our connection with the earth, how it holds us no matter what state we're in, no matter what challenge we're moving through. This ground is there for us. So drawing that supportive resource up into the legs, up into the belly, up into the chest and heart, feeling the chest and heart blossoming open with that support and sense of safety, and unite the palms together in front of the heart. And just taking a moment to scan the body for signs of health. If you're here practicing with us today, it means the body's in a particularly good state of health, good enough state of health to be practicing yoga. So just scan for those signs of health and wellness. And perhaps even offer some gratitude for any part of the body or any system of the body that you can acknowledge as contributing to that state of health. Good. And from this place of capacity, you can begin to extend the arms out to the sides or forward and up and back, arching up and back, opening up with heart, with your warrior's heart to this challenge. Jack Kornfield says something like this: to open deeply as spiritual life requires, you truly need a strength. But the strength isn't in the body, it's in the heart. To face our lives completely, to not run away from our lives, but to turn towards and face our lives completely, we truly need a warrior's heart. It's just taking a moment to open your warrior's heart to the day, to the challenges that are coming our way, and take a nice deep breath into your warrior's heart. And exhale, you can bow down, hinging forward from the hips, bowing down to your capacity to make it through these challenges. And just to allow your legs to be like the rock and the foundation of the pose, and your back and belly, arms, head and neck to be like the water that's pouring over the rock like a waterfall. So there's stability in the legs, and there's surrender through the upper body. Good. Feeling those places of support within us, those places that will be acting as support systems inside, and also the places of surrender, the letting go we'll need to do, especially with regards to our children. We can give them a little bit of support, and we can practice a lot of surrender. They'll need to feel their own autonomy as we're providing a little bit of support for their online learning.
They'll need to feel like we see them doing whatever they can do, even if it's not much. They'll need us to recognize them. So from here, bending the knees, stepping the left foot far back, left knee raised or lowered, your choice. And then the hips can melt forward and the head, neck, and chest rise. And just take a few deep breaths here. Opening our hearts to the challenges that are coming our way for ourselves, for our children. Not trying to take those challenges away from our children's lives. Not trying to remove all obstacles, but instead acknowledging the truth of the challenge and acknowledging their capacity to make it through. Saying, yes, this is hard, and I know you can do hard things, sweetie. Mixed with a little bit of awe. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're doing it. I see you. Even if they're only doing 5% of the 100% of it, I see you doing this hard thing. I see you. All of our children need that right now. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale, right foot back into downward dog or plank, your choice. And you can also lower the knees down onto all fours if you're getting tired. So just taking a moment to bow down to your internal resources, bow down to the resources within your children. They don't need us to sugarcoat this challenge. They need us to acknowledge this challenge and to acknowledge their capacity to move through it. So from here, come forward and up, either knees, chest, and chin, or slithering forward, your choice. Coming up into cobra or upward dog. And just take a few deep breaths here, just riding the waves of the breath up and down. So on the in-breath, you can lift a little bit. And on the out-breath, you can lower down a little bit. Feeling free to name rising as you inhale, rising. And as you exhale, falling. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good, and then press the hands down and lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Just tapping into your internal resources, acknowledging your own capacity to make it through hard things. And from here, looking between the hands, step the left foot forward between the hands, right knee raised or lowered, lifting the head, neck, and chest. The hips are melting forward, the heart is rising. So feeling that power of the heart to open and include. Kind of like the ocean that can hold everything that comes its way. Even if it's a massive tanker. It's like the ocean just can hold it all. So just opening to the ocean of the heart and feeling that vast capacity inside of you to meet and greet anything that comes your way. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, right foot steps forward to meet the left, bowing down to those challenging moments that cause us to shake and quiver. It's not that we're invulnerable. to the challenge. It's that those challenges are very difficult and they shake us and we quiver inside. And if we can be in touch with this sense of capacity to make it through, it helps. It's when we try to stop the challenge and say no to the challenge that we forget our capacity to make it through. We feel more helpless and less resilient. So spread the heart wings wide, lifting through the torso, lifting the arms up, leaning forward into the toes, lifting up and out of the low back as the arms rise, arching up and back, opening up. It's a turning towards what is. It's an embracing of what is, even if it's hard. Taking a few deep breaths here, opening up to what's challenging. Being honest and real about this challenge, not trying to deny it or sugarcoat it or pretend it's not there. This is a challenging time. May I acknowledge that this is hard, and may I be soft in the face of this hard time. Take a deep breath in and exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Yeah, good. Just recentering, finding your center again and again and again. And with a breath, exhale fully. Inhale the arms out to the sides, up and back, opening to the challenges that are coming our way. And exhale, swan dive forward, bowing down to your capacity to make it through. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening your heart to what's hard. Exhale, left foot back, bowing down to your capacity to be soft when things are hard. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, opening your heart to the challenges. And exhale, downward facing dog, bowing down to your resilience. Inhale, right foot forward, lifting head, neck, and chest, opening your heart to what's hard. And exhale, left foot forward, bowing down to your resilience. Inhale the arms out to the sides, up and back, opening to your capacity to greet those challenges. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale the arms up and back, embracing the hard things. And exhale, bow down to the resources within you that can help you make it through them. Inhale, left foot back, opening the chest and heart to the challenges coming our way. And exhale, right foot back, bowing down to your capacity to greet them. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, lifting the hips high for downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, opening your heart to the challenges that are coming. And exhale, right foot forward, bow down to the capacity to make it through them. Inhale, arms out to the sides, up and back, opening to the challenges. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms up and back, opening to what's here. And exhale, bow down to your capacity to make it through. Inhale, right foot back, lifting head, neck, and chest, opening your heart to the challenges. And exhale, left foot back, downward dog or plank pose, bowing down to your capacities. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, opening to the hard things. And exhale, bowing down, downward dog, bowing to the softness that's possible when things are hard. Inhale, right foot forward, lift head, neck, and chest, opening your heart wide. And exhale, left foot forward, bowing down. Inhale, arms out to the sides and up, opening your heart wings wide to the challenges coming our way. And exhale, palms to the heart. And just pause here for a few breaths. Just taking a moment to integrate your experiences. Good, and continuing with some variations. So exhale fully. Inhale the arms out to the sides and up and back, opening to the challenges. And exhale, bow down to your capacity to greet those challenges. Inhale, left foot back and pause here for a few breaths. Just feeling yourself here in this pose. Good. And then we're going to lift the left knee, lower the left heel down to the right slightly. You can walk your right foot over to the right a little bit so the feet are kind of on railroad tracks. That's for more stability. And then you can lift the torso up. Moving towards warrior one pose. You can draw the lower ribs down and in to engage the core. And then you can press the left knee back, spiraling the knees outward slightly. So you can make sure you can see your right big toe so that the knee isn't falling inward. You're going to see the right big toe to the left of the knee. Good. And then from here, we're going to cross the right arm over the left and bend the elbows. Some of you will stay here, maybe bringing the backs of the hands towards each other. Others will slide the left fingers into the right palm. So we're kind of wrapping the arms around each other for eagle arms. Then you can lift the elbows up and move the hands away from the head. Good. So inhale here and exhale, straighten the front leg and lower the elbows down slightly. Inhale, bend the right knee and lift the hands up. And exhale, lower the elbows down, straighten the leg. And a couple more rounds like that. Just opening the back of the heart. Opening to any of the challenging emotions in the shadow side of the heart, in the back of the heart that might be stimulated in the midst of these challenges we're facing. So we can practice including them too. It's all welcome. There's a capacity to include it all. Good. So after the next pause, after the next bending of the right knee, you can pause. And we're going to move into a little challenge. So this is going to be hard. Let's be honest. This will be hard. And we can make it through. So I'll just demonstrate. You can just watch for a moment. We're going to move towards eagle pose. So we're going to step the back foot forward, keep the front knee bent, and wrap the left leg around the right. So grounding into the right foot. You can pull the left foot forward. It's okay if you drag it along the floor a couple times. Wrapping it around, wrapping the left thigh around the right thigh. You can either dangle the left foot in the air, lower it to the ground for more support, or you can wrap the left foot around the right ankle. Eagle pose. Then I'm going to invite you to release the arms out to the sides. And inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, bend the knees as you lower the arms down. Eagle in flight. Inhale, lift the arms up. Focusing the eyes on one point can be helpful. And exhale, lowering the arms down. A couple more rounds at your own pace. This is hard, and we'll find a way to make it through. I don't know how we're going to do it. We might do it with the foot raised. We might do it with the foot down. We might do it by unwinding the feet. I don't know how we're going to make it through this challenge, but we'll make it through.
Good. After the next full round, you can release the left foot down, shake out the standing leg, shake out the arms and the shoulders a little bit, just organically adjusting. And we're going to hinge forward from the hips, hands to the earth, and step the left foot back once again. Lunge position. Good. Bow the head, close the eyes if you're willing, and just take a moment to tune in to integrate that experience, that challenge that you just faced. Good. And then lift the head, neck, and chest, taking a moment to acknowledge, and I made it through that challenge. It was hard, and I made it through. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, right foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward and pause. You can lower the right knee down for a few moments. Just finding yourself here in lunge pose, lifting the chest, opening the heart. An anonymous writer states, I don't pray that you have an easy life because I know that's not possible. I pray that you have the support, the courage, and the resources to make it through real life. So that's what we're saying to our children. I don't pray that you have an easy life because I know that's not possible. I pray that you have the support, the courage, and the resources to make it through real life. This is real life. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale fully. Lift the right knee. Walk the left foot over to the left an inch or two. Lower the right heel down to the left so it's grounded back behind you. You can step the back foot forward a little bit for more stability if you'd like, and then lift the torso up. You can decide how far forward or back you'd like that back foot. Further back is more of a challenge. You can be exploring lowering that front leg to parallel to the floor, or you can step it forward for less of a challenge. Just see what feels best for you. And then we're going to spiral the thighs outward. We're going to draw the lower ribs down and in. And then this time, bring the left arm on top of the right, bend the elbows, and the right fingers can wrap around into the left palm. If that doesn't happen, just have the hands back to back. Good. Opening the back of the heart, lifting the elbows up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, straighten the leg and lower the elbows down. Inhale, bend the left knee, lift the elbows up, hands away from the face. And exhale, lower the elbows down. And continue a few breaths, a few more rounds. Opening the shadow side of the heart, practicing including more and more of our emotional experiences with the same compassionate presence. This too I include. It's all welcome here. Good, and after the next full exhalation, you can pause, bending the left knee, lifting the elbows up. And we're going to transition into eagle pose. So we can just name it. This is going to be hard. This will be hard. And we'll find a way to make it through this challenge. Not sure how, but we'll find a way. So ground into the left foot, pull the right foot forward, cross the right thigh over the left thigh. The right foot can dangle in the air, it can lower down onto the floor, the toes can lower, or you might wrap the right foot around the left ankle. Focusing the eyes on one point can be helpful, and you might have a different sense of balance on this leg. Instead of judging it as better or worse, good or bad, just Notice it as different. Oh, it's a different experience here. And then you can unwind the arms. Lift the arms up on the in-breath. And lower the arms down, maybe bending the knees a little bit more on the out-breath. Inhale, rising. Exhale, falling, and continue at your own pace. This is hard. And we can do hard things. I don't know how we're going to make it through, but we will. We always do. Our children need to hear this. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale fully, gently unwinding, shaking everything out, especially the standing leg that's probably achy and tired. And we can hinge forward from the hips. And step the right foot back again. Lunge position. Feel free to lower the right knee down. Walk the left foot forward enough so that the knee is above the heel and the heel is grounded on the floor. And then bow the head down. And just take a moment to integrate that challenge. A challenging sequence of events we just moved through. And your resilience around it. The choices you made to help you survive. To help you make it through that challenge. Take a nice deep breath in, honoring yourself, acknowledging yourself, and exhale fully. Inhale, lifting head, neck, and chest. And exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Bow the head. Inhale the arms out to the sides, up and back, acknowledging your capacity to make it through hard things. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pause here. Feel free to close the eyes and just bear witness to whatever's moving into foreground for you internally right now. Good. And sustaining this connection with your inner life, you can softly relax the arms, softly open the eyes, and lay down onto the belly. Laying down on the belly with either the arms alongside the body, or you can bend the elbows out in front and rest the forehead on the forearms. And just taking a moment to actively relax. Actively release. Actively letting go. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel the low back rise. And exhale. Feel the low back fall. Good. And then you can bring the right arm forward, out in front. And bring the back of the left hand onto the low back. Forehead can be down. And then we're going to rotate the right palm up. And we're going to rotate the right palm up as a symbol of reaching out to the resources around us. Lift the head, neck, and chest. You can either lift the right hand with the elbow down, or you can lift the whole right arm, which is much more challenging. So if it's too challenging, just lower the elbow down. Either way, the right palm is lifted. And then the opposite leg, the left leg lifts. You can also lift the left elbow so the elbow isn't dropping down. It's okay if it's dropping down, but see if it might lift. So we're lifting up the arm,
the right arm, the left leg, and the left elbow, reaching out to the supportive resources around us. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, lowering all the way down. And switch. Left arm forward, back of the right hand onto the low back. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Lift the left hand or the whole arm if that's available to you. Lift the right leg, opposite arm and leg. Lift the right elbow, reaching out for the supportive resources, being vulnerable enough to reach out when we need help, giving someone else the opportunity to support us. It's a gift to our community when they can support us. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, lower down and switch. With the breath, inhale, lift the right arm, left leg, and exhale, lower down and switch. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, letting down, lowering down and switch. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. And after the next full round, you can pause, pressing the hands down into the floor near the shoulders, lifting up onto the hands and knees. Maybe doing some cat-cow here just to acclimate gently through the back and spine a little bit. Good, and lowering the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth. Either arms out in front in extended child's pose, or bring the arms alongside the legs in full child's pose. And just take a moment to relax through the low back in particular. We just deeply engaged those muscles, so they might be a little tense or tight. Now we can just relax into child's pose to help them soften. And as we rest here in child's pose, we can hold our children in mind and heart for the challenges they're about to face with online learning. And see if you can offer this wisdom from Carol Dweck, who wrote a book on grit and resilience and growth mindset. And she says, instead of setting a performance goal, see if you can set a learning goal. So instead of having our children set up a performance goal for themselves around remote learning, see if you can help them set a learning goal. What will they learn from this experience, no matter what their performance is? Instead of setting a performance goal, let's see if you can set up a learning goal. Take a nice deep breath in and allow for a long, slow, controlled exhalation. Good, and bring the hands alongside the knees, lifting the torso up. And bring the legs out in front. And you can bring the hands to the thighs, shoulders back and down. Lengthening through the low back, take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, hinging forward from the hips, sliding the hands along the shins. Taking a few deep breaths. Not trying to get anywhere in the pose. Instead, just being curious about where the body will be today. Bringing that spirit of curiosity into our asana practice. And just taking some time here, relaxing into the pose, bowing down to this challenge we've all been facing through this process of dealing with COVID.
and seeing our resilience. The little things that have helped to sustain us. The ways we've found to connect, even across all of the space and distance. And take a moment to see your children having to deal with all of the challenges of this pandemic. And see how they're making it through. See the creative ways they've found to connect across the space and distance. This has been hard for us and for our children, and we're making it through. Our children are making it through. Take a nice deep breath into that. And allow for long, slow exhalation. And lift the torso up, lifting the arms up, opening our arms wide to support from higher self, higher power in this challenge that we're about to face as we transition back to school. Asking for that support, calling on that support. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, leaning back, spreading the arms wide, sending some love and care out to each other. And a wish that we may find a way to acknowledge the truth of this challenge and our capacity to face this challenge. So sending that wish out to each other. Other mamas, may you find a way to acknowledge the truth of this challenge and to acknowledge your capacity to face it. May your children find a way to acknowledge the truth of this challenge. And may they begin to acknowledge they have the capacity to face it. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, sending all of that warm wish out to each other as you lower down. And then hug the knees into the chest and just take a moment to receive those wishes that were just sent your way. Just receiving, practicing receiving. Good. And then you can lower the soles of the feet onto the floor. And you can lift the right ankle onto the left thigh and wrap the hands around the left thigh, drawing the knees towards the chest. And take a nice deep breath into the right hip, the outer right hip, the piriformis muscles. Good. Breathing into that area. You can even move the knees towards the left a little bit. Just nourishing that area with your awareness. Take a nice deep breath in. And slowly exhale, gently unwind. And then bring the left ankle onto the right thigh. And wrap the hands around the right thigh, drawing the knees towards the chest. Maybe moving the knees to the right a little bit. Breathing energy and awareness into the left hip. Really acknowledging the power of our awareness and the power of our recognition of our children as they move through this challenging time. I see you. I see you doing this. I know it's hard, and I see you making it through. I don't know how you're making it through, but man, you're doing it. And again, finding the courage to say this out loud, even if they're only making it through 5%, because that 5% matters. So even if they're failing their classes, I see you. I see you in this challenge, and I see you making it through. Take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow exhalation, gently unwinding. Invite the arms back behind you. Spread the feet mat width apart, nice and wide, at least mat width apart. Knees bent, feet on the floor, and we're going to windshield wiper our knees to the left. So move both knees to the left, take a nice deep breath in, stretching the right side, opening the heart wide, and exhale, knees to the sky. Inhale, knees to the right, opening the left side of the body, opening the heart wide. And exhale, knees to the sky, and continue at your own slow breathing pace, just nourishing yourself with a slow rhythmic movement, opening your heart, all that's emerging inside of you. Including it all, just practice including it all. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And we'll prepare for final reclining twist. So knees towards the chest. Spread the arms out to the side, spreading the heart wings wide. Take a nice, nourishing breath in. And exhale, knees to the right, head rolls heavy on the floor towards the left. Good. Inhale, knees towards the chest. And exhale, knees to the left, head rolls heavy on the floor to the right. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. That's it. Moving slowly, maybe even slowing down a little bit more than you were, to deepen presence. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And reclining. Reclining on the back. Or you can sit next to a wall or a couch and then swing the legs up the wall or onto the couch or chair. This is a deeply, deeply relaxing pose, the legs up the wall pose. So feel free to stay in that pose for the relaxation practice if you'd like. Otherwise, you can recline, maybe covering yourself with a blanket or some warm clothing. And take a nice deep breath in, scrunching up the face, make fists with the hands, point the toes, lift arms and legs just a little bit. And then exhale, relaxing all of those muscles deeply. Good. This time take a nice deep breath in, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, splay the fingers wide, splay the toes wide. Take a nice deep breath in. Good. Close the eyes, close the mouth, relax the arms and legs completely. Deep rest through the whole system. Actively relaxing, actively releasing, actively letting go of tension. And just begin to visualize or sense or feel a beautiful light, a vital light around you. And bring the awareness to this light of vitality that rests near the soles of the feet. And invite this vital energy, this vital light into the feet, feeling the ankles relax. Calves and shins are softened and soothed. And this vital light pours into the knees, creating warmth and space there. This vital light shines into the upper legs. Feel both legs growing heavy and warm. This vital light shines into the hips, pouring into the pelvic area, pouring into the reproductive organs, harmonizing, balancing them, filling them with radiant, glowing light. This light shines into the digestive organs, cleansing and purifying them. This beautiful light shines into the chest, pouring into the heart. Visualize the heart radiating this beautiful light of loving kindness. This light radiating out in all directions, including towards your own dear self, particularly towards yourself. Feel the loving light from your own dear heart shining itself on you. And bring the awareness to the light that rests in the hands, bathing them in warmth. And invite this light into the hands, feeling the fingers and wrists relax. The forearms, the elbows, and the upper arms grow heavy and warm. And this light shines into the shoulders. Feel the shoulders relaxing. This light moves up into the neck, softening and soothing the neck muscles. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the very base of the spine. And invite this light up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, part by part. And feel the entire back growing warm and relaxed and healed by this light. This light moves freely up the spine. It moves up into the neck, into the throat. The tongue softens, the lips are warmed. The cheekbones and jaw relax. The jaw is completely relaxed. The ears, nose, and eyes are all filled with the most beautiful light, and the eyelids grow heavy. The temples, the eyebrows, and the center of the forehead relax. The center of the forehead is completely relaxed, and the entire face becomes expressionless. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and the crown of the head are all filled with light. And the entire body, the entire being is filled with and emanating the most beautiful, warm, healing light. Just be a witness to this light that's in you and around you and with you always. Gently invite the awareness back to the breath. And take a deep, rich breath in and slowly exhale. Gently invite the awareness back to the physical body, slowly re-inhabiting the physical self, maybe moving through fingers or toes or gently stretching in any way. Eventually rolling all the way over onto the side. And just curling up sweetly with yourself for a moment's rest. As Sarah Powers says, because we exist in an infinite sea of energy exchange, as we create a shift in our own self, we truly do affect the greater whole. So thank you for going inside to practice. You can press the hands into the earth and lift the body up. Checking the posture, closing the eyes, just bringing the awareness internally again. I'll leave you with these words by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who writes, "The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen." So feel free to bring the hands to the heart and just take a moment to acknowledge the beauty, the resilience that comes from the depths of the struggle. This challenge our children are going through, it will make them beautiful. They will move through it. And it will help if we can acknowledge this challenge is real and true, and we can acknowledge their capacity to make it through. That will help them. So in honor of acknowledging the challenge and acknowledging the capacity to make it through, we offer a deep, humble bow to ourselves, to each other, and to all beings everywhere. Namaste. So feel free to take about a 5-minute break, and we'll come back for our sharing circle. I'll see you soon.